Once upon a time, nestled between rolling green hills, a little red train chugged merrily along its tracks. This wasn't just any train. It was a special train, filled with the most wonderful things imaginable. Its cars were brimming with toys for all the good little boys and girls who lived in the village on the other side of the big, tall mountain. There were cuddly teddy bears with soft brown fur and button eyes, beautiful dolls with rosy cheeks and silken hair, and tall stuffed giraffes with gentle smiles. A funny toy clown with a big red nose bounced around, ready to make someone laugh. And a sweet little baby elephant with big floppy ears was excited for his new home. The little red train was also carrying delicious food for the children to enjoy. There were juicy, sweet oranges that smelled like sunshine, big round red apples, and creamy milk to make them strong. The train was so proud to be carrying such a precious cargo. As it puffed along, it sang a happy little song. Puff, puff, chuff, chuff. Off to the village we go. Puff, puff, chuff, chuff. Over the mountain. Ho, ho, ho. All the toys were happy too. They knew they were going to bring so much joy to the children waiting for them. The clown did a little somersault, and the dolls waved their hands, imagining all the fun they were about to have. The journey was smooth, and the sun was shining brightly in the clear blue sky. But then, all of a sudden, something happened. The little red train started to slow down. Its happy puff, puff, chuff, chuff turned into a tired puff, chuff, puff, and then, with a final, sad little sigh, it stopped completely. Its wheels wouldn't turn, not even an inch. The little red train had broken down right at the foot of the big mountain. It tried and tried to start its engine again, but it was no use. It just couldn't move. The toys in the cars grew very quiet. The clown stopped smiling, and the teddy bears looked worried. "Oh no," said one of the dolls. "What will we do? The children on the other side of the mountain are waiting for us. How will we ever get there now?" The little baby elephant let out a tiny, sad trumpet sound. They had to get over the mountain. The toys decided they couldn't just sit there and wait. They had to find help. So, one by one, they carefully climbed out of the train cars and stood beside the tracks, looking and listening for another engine that might be passing by. They knew they had to be brave. Soon, they heard a loud whoosh coming down the tracks. It was a big, shiny passenger engine, pulling long, comfortable coaches filled with people. He looked very strong and important. "He can surely help us," cried the clown, waving his arms. The toys all flagged down the magnificent engine. "Please, shiny new engine," called out the dolls. "Our engine has broken down, and the good boys and girls on the other side of the mountain won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us. Please, will you pull our train over the mountain?" The big passenger engine looked down at the little train and all the toys. He let out a puff of steam that sounded very haughty. "Me?" he snorted. "Pull you? I am a passenger engine. I carry important people in my fine coaches. They have comfortable seats and big windows to look out of. I can't be seen pulling a little train full of toys and food. My passengers would laugh. I simply do not pull the likes of you." And with another proud whoosh, the shiny passenger engine sped away, leaving the toys feeling very disappointed. They watched him disappear into the distance, his shiny coat gleaming in the sun. The toys didn't give up hope. They waited by the side of the tracks, and soon they heard another sound. Rumble, rumble, clank, clank. It was a huge freight engine, even bigger than the passenger engine. He was pulling a long line of heavy cars filled with big, important things for the city. "He looks so strong," said the teddy bear. "He must be strong enough to pull our little train." So again, the toys waved and called out. "Oh, big freight engine," cried the baby elephant. "Our engine is broken. Please help us get our toys and food over the mountain for the children." "You are so big and strong." The freight engine slowed to a stop and looked at them. He was a very serious engine. "I am a freight engine," he grumbled in a low, deep voice. "I am a very important engine. I carry heavy machinery and building supplies for the big city. I don't have time to pull a little train of toys. My schedule is very tight, and I cannot be late. I have important work to do." And with a loud clank of his coupling, he rumbled on his way, not even looking back. The toys watched him go, their hearts sinking a little lower. It seemed no one wanted to help them. Just as the toys were starting to feel truly hopeless, they heard a creaking sound. Creak, squeak, chug. Along the track came a very old engine. He was covered in rust, and his paint was peeling. Smoke sputtered from his smokestack. He didn't look very strong or very fast, but the toys were desperate. "Maybe he will help us," whispered a doll. They waved to the rusty old engine. "Please, kind engine," they pleaded. "Could you possibly help us pull our train over the mountain? The children are waiting, and our engine has broken down." The rusty old engine sighed a long, weary sigh. A cloud of black smoke puffed out. "Oh, I am so tired," he groaned. "I am so old. I have worked so hard for so many years. I just can't do it. My wheels are rusty, and my boiler is weak. I can't pull you. I just can't. I can't. I can't." And with a sad little creak, he slowly chugged away, leaving the toys feeling more dejected than ever. The clown sat down on the track and put his head in his hands. It seemed their journey was over. The children would never get their toys. But wait! What was that tiny sound? Puff, 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 chug, chug, chug. It was a very small sound, but it was getting closer. The toys looked up and saw a little blue engine coming along the track. She was a very little engine, much smaller than all the others. She was only a switching engine, used for moving cars around in the rail yard. She had never been over a mountain before. Surely, she couldn't help. But she had a kind and cheerful face. As she got closer, she saw the little red train and all the sad toys. "What is the matter?" she asked in a bright, friendly voice. The toys all rushed to explain. "Our engine has broken down, and the children won't get their toys and food," said the clown. The passenger engine was too important, the freight engine was too busy, and the old engine was too tired, added a doll. "And you are just a little engine. You probably can't help us either," said the baby elephant sadly. The little blue engine looked at the steep mountain ahead. She looked at the little train full of toys. It was a very big job for a very little engine. She had never tried anything so difficult before. For a moment, she was quiet. She thought about the little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain, waiting for their toys and good food. She didn't want them to be disappointed. Then she said, "I think I can." I've never done it before, but I think I can." The toys cheered. A little spark of hope returned. So the little blue engine hitched herself up to the little red train. She pulled and she tugged. The cars were heavy, and the mountain was very steep. As she started to climb, she began to puff a little chant to herself. "I think I can. I think I can. I think I can." It was hard work. Her wheels spun, and her engine worked harder than it ever had before. She kept puffing, a little faster and a little more confidently now. "I think I can. I think I can. I think I can." The toys in the cars held their breaths and cheered her on. "You can do it! You can do it!" Higher and higher she climbed. The little blue engine never gave up. She just kept her eyes on the track ahead and kept chanting her brave little song. "I think I can. I think I can." And then she reached the very top of the mountain. She had done it. She could see the village in the valley below. Going down the other side was much easier. The little blue engine coasted down the mountain, singing a new, happy song. "I thought I could. I thought I could. I thought I could." The toys were overjoyed. They cheered and laughed and bounced around in their cars. The clown did his best somersault ever. The little blue engine proudly pulled the little red train all the way into the village. The children saw them coming and ran to greet them, their faces full of happiness. They got all their wonderful toys and delicious food, all thanks to the little blue engine who wasn't too big, or too busy, or too tired to try. She just thought she could, and she did. Thanks for watching our story today. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more wonderful adventures. See you next time.